Good morning, fellow Nigerians. This is George Onyibe once again. This morning, I want us to quickly look at a message I titled, Do the Igbo Biafra truly want to leave Nigeria? Of course, because of their complaining. It's just a strategy to keep other ethnic groups down and distracted. This topic, complaining, is a strategy through which Igbo Biafra keep other ethnic groups down and distract them. It's as a result of their complaining nature. They complain about everything. It's a strategy. Nigeria today, as you all know, everybody wants to run away, either in search of greener pasture. Everybody wants to run away, either running from bandits, terrorists, unknown gunmen, kidnappers. But out there, they long for their home. But considering what they will return to, they rather stay there. You can be surviving out there, but if you think it's the best, then think again. But somebody create this system. It's not only the Igbo Biafra, but from where I come from, the outside people who use this strategy will not succeed, except the activities of Igbo Biafra give them the go-ahead to do that. Like I said, I am Igbo man, I'm not Igbo man. And there is so many things I know Igbo man don't know. He can debate it, but it's tremendous truth. Now, this Nigeria, as you know, we are blessed in terms of human capacity, in terms of natural resources. But we don't see the benefit. Both the people who are playing the game, both the people they are playing the game against, one way or the other, we all have our own fair share of misery. But then, how can we allow this challenge to elongate when we have what it takes to put an end to it? And so each time we wake up in the morning, we come to our social media, we express ourselves. Some group of Nigeria who say they are Biafra, Igbo Biafra, you see them yapping, goat, ewu, idiot. All these things are distraction. They are not insulting you, they are blackmailing you. They are not blackmailing you, they are character assassinating you, trying to deform your image. They know that game. But it has led us to the point where today on the social media, some individuals feel it's about the saga. If it is about the saga, we have our pattern. But I'm not here to saga. I am here to appeal the conscience of well-meaning Nigerians, Africans, to open their eyes. Because this game is not only played in Nigeria. Just that I am in Nigeria. Now let's review it to my last post I made, or second to the last post, where I talk about Igbo Biafra. The Igbo Biafra by nature complained, because this thing came to my mind. In their platform, it is one complaint or the other complaint or the other complaint. I don't know. An IPOB of Nnamdi Kanu issued a press statement. And in that press communique, they were warning the DSS to stop blackmailing IPOB, that it will not work. But I've been with them. I know how they function. The DSS must have caught them. And just to make you feel that DSS want to expose something, boom, they activate the strategy. They issue press communique. How many times has the Joe people issued press communique? How many times has the BBO, the EFIC, the ANANG issue press communique? When will the Benin issue press communique? Or how about people can't write because I am illiterate? We can't. Yes, my brother. The truth is that you don't know the game. You don't know the strategy. So some of the things we are here to do as society value advocate is to point you to the right direction. And so that when you see statements like that in the nearest future, no, it's a game. A game to bring you down, a game to constantly keep you distracted. Now let's follow the list as I published earlier. DSS, blackmail Igbo people. Nigeria, kill Igbo people. Fulani want to marginalize Igbo people. Police extort Igbo people. Nigerian army has militarized Southeast and they are killing Igbo people. INEC rig Igbo people. Judicial deny Igbo people justice. Nnamdi Kanu. Ikwere take Igbo people property. Bini want to take Igbo people territory. Not just only in Nigeria. Yoruba betray Igbo. Hausa kill Igbo. And among themselves, they call themselves saboteur. And anywhere you see Nigerians across the globe, and we are seen as bad people, check it. Is this Igbo Biafra? South Africa, Igbophobia. Everywhere around the world, go to Singapore, go to Malaysia. If you are listening to me, this is not hate. This is reality. Go across the world and sample the number of Nigerians locked up anywhere in any prison. I bet you more than 75 to 80% of them come from a particular region in Nigeria. They say they are Igbo Biafra people. You hardly see other tribes involved. But these same people, when you react to them, oh, they hate Igbo, they hate Igbo. But it's quite a complex issue, but we must address it. Let's come back to the Igbo. I do not address them in general because they are suffering the same thing in their territory, in their region. Because when you sit among them, for instance, they are begging for unity. That my tribe is Igbo, Agbo is Igbo, Ikwere is Igbo, Anyoma is Igbo. We have told them we are not Igbo. Not because of their shenanigans, but because we are not. We are a distinctive ethnic group. And we refuse to live on the shadow of anybody. And now listen to me. As a Nyoma man, or those of you they call sub-Igbo group, introduce yourself to an average Igbo man. If you can speak Igbo for them. And then maybe you're having a conversation that intrigues them. They want to know, where do you come from? Because your Igbo cannot completely blend with their accent. And then you say, I am from here. You will see how they will tune off from you immediately. You will see the inward pulling back emotionally. I was having a conversation with one yesterday, and we were normally rapping Igbo. Kekime, Kenka, Kemakanka, Kemakanka. And the guy was like, where do you come from? I say, Agbo. And he was like, Agbo. I say, around Asaba Aziz. It's okay. So what he wanted to discuss with me, he pulled back. And so we didn't speak Igbo again. I know the body language. I need you to talk to an Igbo person. Whether you are Igbo, you are not Igbo. Tell them you are Igbo. And then claim to be Kure or claim to be Anyoma, Ushimilindoku, Anyocha. All of us, they call sub-Igbo group. If they are this toxic Igbo, you will see they will pull back from you. Those of them who are ignorant or maybe sincere, we say, but you are not original Igbo. This is because you are not Igbo. There is a reason why I am bringing it up. But yeah, these people are everywhere complaining. They do us this, they do us that. They want to leave Nigeria. They don't want to leave Nigeria. No Igbo man want to leave Nigeria. What they are doing to me, they are doing to themselves. When they gather among themselves, you will see the arrogant, some of them arrogantly from Anambra State will tell you they are the first son. To the extent that some Anambra people will never give their apartment, rent their apartment to Ebonyi people. But Ebonyi people, Iziko, Abakaliki and the rest of them, has to play the game to be accepted. Use your brain. Go and check 99.9% of the crime that is in the southeast. They will always treat to Ebonyi people because they are the sheep for slaughter. And when you come among them, despite the fact that they are the one that complain constantly, everybody is against them. Everybody hates them. British hate them. Colonial master hated them. The whole world fought them. They wanted to destroy them. I know you are not getting it, but pay attention. Among themselves, when they gather, you will see one will tell one, you are a slave. You are Osu. The other one will say, Araponye wa wa wa. You already know these things. Ndiwa and different derogated name. They call themselves. But those who are part of this cabal know the game they are playing. Today, we understand that a lot of Igbo people don't have choice. So they have to play along. Or else, under the name of Igbo, they will kill them. That is the reason we have not generalized it. And so all these things boils down that they constantly come out and tell you, we want to leave Nigeria, divide Nigeria. But I tell you the truth, they don't want to leave Nigeria. It's a strategy. You see now they cannot give us freedom. Truth be told, did anybody change Igbo people? Truth be told, has Igbo people not benefited in one Nigeria more than Uguja people, more than Akwa Ibom people, more than Bini people, more than Abo people, more than Urobo people, more than Ishekiri people? All the things they claim to be lamenting, have we not lamented about it before them? Were they not the one who were in power, in charge of Nigeria, authoritatively, politically, and otherwise? Were they not the one who shut us down? It's a strategy. They're not leaving Nigeria. They don't want to go. Let's look at that first before we go to the other aspect of the broadcast. For instance, these Igbo people in totality were marginalized in Nigeria. And they truly want to leave. It is a simple thing. Complete civil disobedience. They've been able to develop to a stage where they can congregate around themselves and speak with one voice. Let them recall their senators, members of the House of Assembly. Let all their governors sit down and say, truly, we must go. I know a lot of powerful Igbo people in Nigeria who, if they approach the United Nations, the floor will be open for them. Let them go back and discuss it and say they want to leave Nigeria. Any Igbo person telling you they don't want to be in Nigeria, look at them in the face and know they are fraudster. Because it looks like the whole Igbo want freedom. If that be the case, let them pull back from the political arena. You will understand that they have power, but they don't want to leave Nigeria. All this complaining is to distract you and keep you down. Is to get their own lion's share under the umbrella of Wazobia. That is what it's all about. Because it looks like they are being shortchanged. And so you see some of them are crying, give us Biafra, give us Biafra. Some of them are the one designing Nigeria for us. Who does that? They are not looking for Biafra. It's a distraction. It's a strategy to keep you down and constantly distract you. If they take this step, they would have been gone. Number two reason why you know that they don't want to leave Nigeria is that if you call for referendum today and say, those of you who say you are Igbo, please go this side. Those of you who want to leave Nigeria, go one side. I tell you, among the Igbos, 45%, let me not exaggerate, will never want to identify with Biafra. The remaining 55%, 30% are confused. They don't know what they want. It is only a cross-section of them, less than 20% or 25%. They are the one playing this game, initiating this strategy, because not all Igbo want to go. I'm coming. Where do they want to go? Southeast, that belong to more than 5 different ethnic groups, that will later be shared. That's why I say they don't want to go. It's not bad thing that their population is more than their land mass. It's okay, the land is enough for all of us. But complaining and distracting us just to deceive us, you can't walk. That's our concern. So where do they want to go? They want you to feel their relevance. You see, let's take marriage as a case study. Anytime you see a woman say, I want to leave you, I will leave your home, I will leave your... If you are such a man, tell them to suit themselves. In fact, help them pack their load, pretend you want to send them away. You will know they are not going anywhere. But somewhere along the line, they want to see how much you care. They want to see how relevant you are. That is exactly the strategy. That is what these Igbo Biafra people are doing. And so each time they want to say, we want to go, they begin to claim other territory. Their recent madness now is creation of 40 states of Biafra. A people whose whole region is not up to my state, only my state. Only Delta State is bigger than the whole Southeast as we speak. Want to claim me. How does that sound to you? I know you don't believe. No, I know you don't know. You don't know. Maybe you would have believed. Go and search it. Go and study it. Okay, let me say only Edo and Delta State is bigger than the whole of the Southeast. ×2. So they want to take, for instance, let's assume they have the Southeast. They want to go with their Southeast and then claim the whole of South-South. How possible is that? Ijo province, Mbiama province, Igodomigodo province, Ataramitara province, Akatamikata province, Idu province, Esha province. You take those clans as serious people. They are distracting you. And that is why somebody will come and say, I'm Esha, I am Biafra. That is why somebody hallucinating. We come and say, you see, we the Anyama people, we are uniting on the Igbo. I wonder why the Yoruba people are not uniting on the Yoruba. I wonder why the Hausa is not uniting on the Hausa. I no get sense. Somewhere along the line, Nigeria will start jittering. Oh, let's pamper them so that they will not go. Because if they go, they will follow this one and go. Ijo will follow them and go. Everybody will follow them and go. That is just the strategy. Go. Don't drag another person now. You want to go. Go. Leave other tribes alone. Is that not what is causing the problem now? Yes, we have come to declare the 40th state of Biafra. The moment they tell Asian people, anybody your mother tied to rapper, you are a Biafran. Some Asian people have not woke up from it. Do they truly love you? Go behind and see their view about you. And then you will wonder, these people that will come out in their church, in their political arena, and call my people Nduwalilili. Go and ask Ebukobi. He was in his altar telling a cross-section of my tribesmen that visited his church because they say they are not Igbo, they are Okwane. And the next thing he did, he laughed at them hopelessly and say all the church, majority of population are Igbo. Because Yoruba person, it will be difficult for Yoruba person to worship under any church pastored by Igbo man. Check the statistics. And so, majorly, it is we. We, they think they have colonized. And all of them laugh. But yet, they love us. They want us to be. The day they are ready to go, let them stop their unification agenda Let them come out. Let's know them that want to go. Because you can't take them serious. Number one reason, Ojukwu came out. He want Biafra. Yes, you must give us Biafra. He must give us Biafra. Because he knew how to get total control of it. Yes. So Ojukwu had one mission. And that mission was simple. Aguiyi became military president of Nigeria through bloodbath. Ojukwu wanted to seize power, but coup will not work. He initiated a war. They fought a defensive war because they could not envisage the outcome of their action. If they actually wanted to go back and go with Biafra, what was Ojukwu doing in Midwestern region? What was he doing in Eastern region? They know the strategy of killing people to take over power. They call it Igbo coup. It was the same strategy but in different formation that Ojukwu was trying to do. And so when he killed people across Midwestern region, he wanted to invade Lagos, Western region, Yoruba land, until he was stopped. Today, why they are not aggressive towards other ethnic groups is because they have not recovered from their encounter in the name of Biafra war. But look at it. Why the Biafra war was going, which took the life of so many Nigerians. The Igbos, who are key players, majorly involved in this Biafra stuff, were divided among themselves. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe could not have the lion's share of the outcome, maybe the spoil of war. He moved from Nigeria, from being a Biafra, and joined Nigeria. Most of you would not know that the national anthem of Biafra people was first of all composed by Nnamdi Azikiwe. You know there are two types. And so Nnamdi Azikiwe, was he a Nigerian when he composed a national anthem for Igbo Biafra? No. When he noticed maybe it's a wrong thing to do, when he noticed maybe there is nothing for him to benefit, he switched to Nigeria. And so for the rest part of the war, he was not in support of Ojukwu. And there are some progressive-minded Igbo people like Aseko Kwabe, who was able to escape his life, found refuge in Yoruba land, and he issued a press communique to BBC, telling the world not to pay attention to Igbo people, that what they are going through is self-inflicted injury. Go and look at the statement of Aseko Kwabe. He's an Igbo man. People like Leighton Bazurike Amechi, Professor Ben Waboise, among other progressive-minded Igbo people, all of them were not in support of Ojukwu. What did Ojukwu do to them? Most of them who can't tell you the truth. Ojukwu placed all of them house arrest, making sure that nobody goes beyond 10-kilometer radius from his compound. If we catch you anything more than 10-kilometer radius, more than your compound, you are dead. And so throughout the war, these people were on house arrest. He gave them up to that extent because some of them live in Anambra. Are from Anambra, they live in Enugu. At least from Anambra to Enugu, and maybe you want to go to Umuahia, Ojukwu bunker. That is why he gave them that limit. But if they see them beyond there, they are dead. And so all of them did not agree with the Biafra. But yet all of them are benefiting from the strategy. So when they come, they complain. If they are not complaining, they are blaming somebody. If they are not blaming somebody, they are doomsayer. Nigeria can never be good. Nigeria is in pain. Nigeria is in prison. Nigeria is in suffering. Look at 99.9% of these people they are using. They don't have brain. Look at the people who are intelligent, who are sincere to themselves. None of them is working with Nnamdi Kanu anymore. I have seen Igbo people. Angel, I must tell you. And most of you will not agree. Test them. I was with Uchuka for Mefo. And if I have not run on the offense, it's because of that man. Forget about, he's still talking about Biafra. But they broke his heart more than he can imagine. He still will not be able to wake up to the reality that some of his people can be this nasty. He's a good man. I know Clifford Chukwuemeka Iruanya. They are not angel. But to a certain level, this is not what they want. Please, I have issue with most of these people, but they are not bad people. But with this disease of unkanye bonkanye, anyige budo unkanye, let us protect our own to my own detriment. Some of them lose their mind. Obijo Obienu is a good man. Just that he's riddled by emotion in most cases. They think I will not call them. I will call them when the time comes. Uchenna Nwokenkwo is a good man. Go and look at these people. So many of them. But they can't speak up. And there are so many of them you think they are good people. When people like late Imam Mezue realized the truth, he became a saboteur. I mean, why they are planning to divide Nigeria under Nnamdi Kanu? They are moving obedient movement. My brother, all these things they are doing is to distract you and keep you down. Let them continue. But then what are we supposed to do since we have known now? That is the major purpose of this broadcast. In my next broadcast, I will take time to address the issue of saga among the people of the South, who has actually done a very good job in trying to push back this Igbo Biafra, at least a little far from our territory, because now they know they are not safe. When they do anyhow, they will see anyhow. But some of you are losing it already. We are not here to saga. We are here to deliver our people. And that is what we are doing. Deliverance is taking place. Now, let me explain to you. You can saga from here till tomorrow. Your people will not benefit. But there is something we need to initiate. That is what gave birth to majority. Because certain ethnic groups know this truth. Let us come back to Nigeria. I would say the first capital of Nigeria was not Lagos nor Abuja. It was Calabar. The Calabar people, for some reason, was a community made up of more than 500 ethnic groups. And I believe that is why the colonial master abandoned that capital. Because they don't even know who to use. And once all of them were referred to as Calabar. Until Cross River State was created, divided into two, giving birth to Akwa Ibom, you will notice it's only old school that still believe all of them are Calabar. And so when you talk about them today, you will hear Calabar people. And if Akwa Ibom people are there, you now begin to hear something like Calabar and Akwa Ibom. But they are not the same. When you hear about Ibibio, Efik, and Anang, they are not the same people. Because under this name called Calabar, you don't know how many ethnic group that is there. Somewhere along the line, maybe the colonial master helped them. Maybe they knew the game, but they didn't sustain it. So when you hear Calabar people, you will think Ogoja man is a Calabar man. You will think Obobora man is a Calabar man. Even Tinapa man is not a Calabar man. Ugebo man is not a Calabar man. Iyala man is not a Calabar man. Eka man is not a Calabar man. Ibibio, Efik, and Anang are not Calabar people. But they are Calabar people. That is separatable, inseparable. They build that structure. And it has helped them. They didn't do it by saga. They do it by initiating a process. But let's look at this Cross River State so you understand that it's not saga we are here to do. We are here to lead our people into a knowledge that will give them the capacity to salvage the next generation of our people. Now, you will not know that Ogoja people have a very large population in Cross River State. But most of you don't know there are people known as Ogoja. Majority of them are in the Nigerian military and Nigerian police, just like the Gala people. But then right there in Calabar, there is an ethnic group there. And it will shock most of you. because they don't know the truth. Or they know the truth. The process, the formation that will give them the power to be able to write press communique like others write. They don't know it. Let's take a Yala people, for example. When a Yala man come out, you ask him, where do you come from? He say, I'm a Calabar man. This is not true. A Yala, you are not a Calabar man. But a Yala, you are a Calabar man. After all, you are not having problem with anybody. All of you united under Calabar. What to do? And this unity was made possible because nobody actually want to dominate anybody. Nobody want to take anybody's land. Nobody want to conquer anybody. All of you wanted to be able to come together and checkmate the activities of the invading terrorists of that era who say they are colonial master. So it is understandable. I'm not saying this to cause problem. I'm saying this for all South people, the supposed minority, the one they are calling the sub-Igbo group. Use your brain. So today, a Yala man is comfortable in Cross River State. And he's a Calabar man. And that is what he will ever remain. Until something happens, Yala man will not know their power. Now, why did I bring it up? Yala man is Idoma people. Yala people, you call Calabar in Cross River State, are Idoma people. Based on Bukanization, that is what I call it. They buka you. You know what is in buka? You take one motor, you buka the motor, you pieces the motor. So you will understand. Because of Bukanization. Don't say it's bad English. No. If Japa is now English and recognized by Oxford University, my brother, they will soon recognize Bukanization so that they understand us well. Now let us continue. They Bukanize Idoma people. And so Idoma people, average Idoma, thinks that, oh, na Benue we dey, only Benue, the new generation. But there is Idoma in Kogi State. There is Idoma in Benue State. Is that not true? There is Idoma in Enugu State. Is that not three? There is Idoma in Ebonyi State. Is that not four? And there is Idoma in Cross River State. Is that not 5? And somebody say, oh, we have 5 states. Give us our 5 states, which does not belong to you. What gave you Igbo Biafra to claim you have 5 states in the southeast? When there is ethnic group that have states in North Central, they have states in the southeast, and they have states or land in the south-south. But does Idoma have voice? Does Idoma people have voice? How relevant are they? And so it's not the saga. It's about initiating the right process that will enable all of you to congregate around one another and defend your personal interests. Calabar people knew this truth. Today, each time they tell you the Bible, the Efik, and the Anang, it looks like it's one name. Each time they tell you we the Calabar people, they speak with one voice because they knew what we don't know. I have told us in the South. What Calabar Akwa Ibom people or Calabar people know, most especially Akwa Ibom, if we know it, some people who think they are Wazobia, most especially the Igbo Biafra, will be humbled. But you don't know. People who sit down and play us like chess, they will gather and say, okay, how do we attack here? They will call one man, Senator Abaribe, come. Go and tell them you are a Dot man. Don't say you are a Biafra. And then Senator Abaribe will say, I am from Dot. You are a Dot and you remain a Dot. But Nigerians know the body language. But it's assumption. It does not have legal backup in the law court, so nobody can pick it up. So let us assume it was metaphorically communicating to those he know. And so since the knowledge does not profit every Nigerian, and then he's entitled to his opinion. They know what they do, but they make fool of themselves in so many instances because some people already know the truth. let me digress. In recent time, Davido made a post on his X handle that he has his Igbo blood. And you go to the comment section, Igbo people are just very happy. Oh, Davido has Igbo blood. Oh, slave mentality. Yoruba man have Igbo blood. No. No. As far as the position of the Y chromosome and S chromosome cannot be compromised, there is no place you will have Yoruba blood and Igbo blood. Because it takes a man to pregnant a woman, not a woman to pregnant a man. Deal with it and stop deceiving yourself. And I see how happy they are. Slave mentality. And did it change your complaining? No, I just want you to see how they function. There was a time Biafra agitation was going haywire. Olusegun Obasanjo came out and said, I am a Biafra in the spirit. Was it T.Y. Danjuma or who? If it's not T.Y. Danjuma, to be one of these northern politicians. He came forward as well and said, I am a Biafra in the spirit. But they clearly know he was mocking them. But somewhere along the line, they are trying to tell you they are superior. Davido, one of them even said it on my comment section, that people like Davido is saying that he's Igbo. Me that is Igbo is denying. Look at how their brain function. I tell you, Igbo Biafra, what you people did to Yoruba people, before you can think they will trust you, you better go and take oath that you will not betray them again. No, check all your church pastor by Igbo people. Be sincere. How many Yoruba is there? Even in the house of God, they can't trust you. So one man can't rip off your emotion. Of course, Igbo people have to patronize his music. Because you think that is what gives you edge. Be fooling yourself. Oh, he's a Yoruba man now. Is that not how FFK deceive you people? To the extent that you're intelligent and the canon Kegorakoko, he was already Biafra shouting, he's our in-law, hey, he's our in-law, and FFK was everywhere now. We are shaking hands across River Niger and Diara. Unfortunate set of people. But that is not the essence of this broadcast. The purpose, like I said, is those of you who are from South. You can saga from here till tomorrow. You can banter as you like. If we fail this opportunity to initiate this process that will help us create a system, I could only refer to you for some reason, to the capacity where we become the Trinity, separatable, inseparable. These people you are dealing with, they have sense, just that their wisdom has been corrupted. The Bible today is mystified and cannot be completely revealed by anybody because of Trinity. It's a law that governs the universe. And then all of a sudden he say we have God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. And some of you faulted it. But the Vatican City is still standing till tomorrow morning. And it's going to be there for eternity. Because they understand what we call in theology religious dogma, separatable, inseparable. God functioned in that manner, and then Satan disobeyed God, and God chased him out of heaven, and then he come to deceive man, and then angel Gabriel and Michael chained them and put them in abyss. Why did God, who killed him, not destroy him? The circle of life will not be balanced. After all, did he not say, I create and I kill? He, God, create you and he kill. He build and he destroy. You know, get them. Separatable, inseparable. If God come out now and kill you, you will never say it's God. Because his love is kind, is gentle. Because you are not seeing the Trinity there. Not until we develop this strength, we will end up doing banter and saga on social media to no avail. Now, this is it. as great as Benin may be, they don't have a voice. Take it or leave it. Because the real process has not been engaged. You can only fall back and leave, how do I call it? Past glory. It does not differentiate you from Igbo people. You see all this, you see all these things they are doing, they are living in past glory. No, we have to make it present. Only Benin cannot pull the shot. Believe me. Only Ikuri cannot pull the shot. Believe me. Divide, join 100 Anyoma people. We can't pull the shot. Until the power of the unity is introduced. By implication, we are different people, but we are the same people. The right atmosphere must be created. This is one secret the Akwa Ibom people like. They know already. They initiated it. And so you don't even know they are different people. Somewhere along the line, we're working hard to initiate this trinity in Anyoma. 4 major ethnic groups automatically becoming one. The separation you see among us today is when Igbo people begin to infiltrate us. When Igbo people begin to infiltrate us, we almost got it. But the Anyoma can't even issue a press communique that would draw attention on any social media platform or any newspaper house or any television or radio station. And so the earlier we come back home and begin to see how to initiate this process, which you will never hear on this my platform. I will never tell you. But I know how it functions already. Because by the time I tell you, it is no longer secret. The process will be compromised. But when we get to that level, we will initiate them. They will see things happening, and we will not be saying anything. Because in the end, when you bring out Ibibio man, Efik man, Anang man, Eka man, Calabar man, you put them here. If they don't tell you this is who I am, you will not know. And so if anything goes wrong, they can all deny you and save themselves. Or they can all agree and bear the brunt together. Because they create a system that makes them almost invincible. That is why you see all this complaining, all this distraction, all these things Igbo Biafra does in Nigeria, and they walk away with it. And that is because they know the secret. They will call us bad people when that time comes. But it's okay, because my people say, it's okay. I remember when I was in the secondary school, I have close friends. They were twins. The twins were so identical that nobody knew them. And when I visited them one day, their mother called me and said, "Do you know your friend?" I said, "I don't understand, ma." He said, "Okay." He called the twins and said, "Which one is Peter? Which one is Paul?" And just like she knew, I did not know. I touched Peter and said, "It's Paul." The mother laughed. He said, "I've been watching you." She's a medical doctor anyway. And in case they are listening, they are Urobo people, but they call them Taye and Koinde. But they are Urobo people. I think their mother should be Yoruba. Their father is a military man who influenced the name. Then their mother called me and said, "Why I'm telling you this is, in most cases, one of them is very stubborn and one is very quiet. So that if any of them do anything wrong to you, you should be able to know. I've seen you people are good friends." He said, "Look at their forehead." And I saw their forehead. One have a mark like plus, and another have the mark like star in their forehead, which is not very obvious, but it's there. He said, "You see this one with star? He's the Paul. very stubborn. If they slap you, you don't know who slap you, hold Paul. You go know the truth. You see this one with plus is Peter. He can even die defending you. And so both of them are positive and negative. Just that you know. We were all in the dormitory, in the same school. And our house, we were living close to each other in Abo. Now, when we have issues in the school, just like the mother said, they Paul cause problem everywhere. And they will summon the both of them in the dormitory or maybe the school. They will now ask the victim, which of these people did this thing to you? It only ends with, if no be this one, now this one. And nobody will deny and say, it's not me, it's not me. They'll be looking at you. Both of them will be looking at you. And both of them will take the punishment if that is what it takes. And both of them will not tell you the difference. Because the day the people know the difference, that Paul will go down. And the Peter who has the capacity to bear the burden of Paul will rather take the cane, the blame for Paul, but let both of them be spared, or let both of them suffer it. That has been their life till all were parted way. If we are able to create this trinity, a lot of miracle will begin to happen. Anybody coming to Saga will be ashamed. Anybody coming to declare 40 state of Biafra will know they are fools. Can they declare 40 state of Biafra and put Yoruba? Can they declare 40 state of Biafra and put Hausa? And so while you are sagaring, let's put our mind back to why we came here in the first place. Of course, like I said, tomorrow I will give you hint into some of the things we need to do. Some of you are making effort. I applaud all of you. But check the effort you have made so far. You will see most of us has almost caused problem more than we see we want to solve. Most of us are sounding like Igbo Biafra already. And if care is not taken, we'll be worse than them. And so the main two reasons why I bring this broadcast today is to make you know that the complaining of Igbo Biafra is a strategy to distract you and keep you down permanently. And secondly, for you to understand that you need to learn from this their strategy of Trinity, which I constantly remind you about a religious dogma that says separatable, inseparable. Today, you don't know who is Igbo Biafra. You don't know who is Igbo Igbo. You don't know who is Igbo Wawawa. You don't know who is Osu Igbo. You know nothing about them. When they do that, say it's Biafra, we know deal. And then finally, fellow Nigerians. Now that Igbo Biafra people want to go, maybe we should be considering giving them their own country. Maybe let's go and divide the southeast. Save those who are not Igbo in the southeast. Let's know how many of them, so that maybe we can have peace. But that is by the way. I know they are not going anywhere. They love one Nigeria more than Hausa and Yoruba. And this is where I bring the broadcast to an end. But before then, I'll go to the comment section. Let me take some insult, because that is the only thing they can do. I begin to hear things like idiot, stupid, criminal. I see Amy and Jebo. You say imposter. Okay, I don't know what that means. I see as a man. I greet you as a man. And so I have only two people on this comment section this morning. And hopefully the message will go to the right destination. I know they will come later and insult. It is to be expected. And I accept it in good faith. After all, they are predictable, which is pathetic. I'll sign off from here. See you next time.